Om Shanti and happy Bhadra Purnima to everyone. Today, Sunday, 7th of September 2025, we are celebrating the Bhadra Purnima, which is essentially a very auspicious day. Bhadra in Sanskrit means auspicious, good, prosperous day. So we're celebrating this day, and it is the start of a special month. From tomorrow onwards, it's the Pitradosh, so Pitarpak. There's 16 days of Pitarpak. There's also the Shravan month, as we call it, from tomorrow. So today is essentially the last day where we can really celebrate and gift and do all of the good deeds before we start dedicating and praying for the spirits, for our departed, for our ancestors. So let me share a little bit about what we do. So this morning, as you can see, we've bathed and done our prayers, and some people are fasting. In fact, there are special fasts which happen. You have to eat certain things, don't eat certain things, and on top of it being Bhadra Purnima today, we also have the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, which I'm in the UK. It's happening around 7:30 in the evening. So really, we should be, we should have been done with dinner and everything before then, and not eat only after, kind of like around midnight or so. Let me talk you through a little bit around Bhadra Purnima, what it is, why is it special, and what exactly I have done today, apart from the prayers, which we do anyway, and the fasting. Let me take you through. So as you can see, I've got a box here, an open box, as well as the Bhagavad Gita. Now, before we begin our talk, let me do a quick offering, as in short, this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is said to carry a form of Krishna. So when we welcome this box in our lives, into our home, in effect, in a sense, we are welcoming the Lord Krishna into our abode. So this is just to welcome the Lord Krishna, a quick offering of incense, purity, and flowers. Okay? Om Shanti. Now, before we go into the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Bhagavad Gita. A lot of you, those who are Hindus, as well as those who are non-Hindus who are following, they know that the Bhagavad Gita has a special place in a Hindu household. In fact, the Bhagavad Gita is a few chapters of the greater book and epic of Mahabharata. And it is particularly a dialogue that takes place on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is the great war between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. So when Arjun, who's a great warrior, was part of the Pandavas, he has to then fight his cousins, his family, his teachers on the other side. He's stuck in a major dilemma. And that's the conversation that he has with Lord Krishna. And that very conversation is what is then narrated by Vyasa as the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so the Bhagavad Gita has 700 verses in 18 chapters. And the main purpose is to talk around Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, right? So we're talking about the selflessness, the being and the reason we have to be selfless and not selfish, amongst other things. We talk about knowledge, and then we talk about bhakti, devotion. Now, that is a conversation between Sri Krishna, the Lord Krishna, and Arjun. It has, in few instances, moments of devotion, and Sri Krishna is mentioned, but the main difference between the Bhagavad Gita and the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is that the Bhagavatam is purely dedicated towards talking about the Lord himself, as opposed to a conversation between the Lord and Arjuna. So this is where we talk about the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and how its importance is also equally as high as the Bhagavad Gita and the Mahabharata. So Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is a dialogue between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, King Parikshit. Okay, they talk about all of the avatars of Lord Vishnu, touch on all of them, which is why when we read the books, a lot of disciples, they place it on a book stand with a Matsya avatar. It's a gold book stand, and it's essentially the Matsya avatar of Lord Vishnu. Okay, but the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam has got a very, while it talks about all of the avatars of Lord Vishnu, they focus specifically on Lord Krishna. Okay, and it's essentially around 18,000 verses in 12 cantos, right? So we're going to open and take a more in-depth look at that. And later on, after this video, what I will be doing is I'll be going on to gift, especially today. It's very important to start your journey. If you're already reading the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, great, continue and focus on gifting that knowledge and the books to other people. But alternatively, it's a great time for people like myself who have yet to start reading it to begin our spiritual and knowledge journey of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. It is, as I said earlier, each book is said to be a representation, is a type of representation of Lord Krishna himself. So when you have one of these books or this set, and when you're reading it, it's as if you're consuming Lord Krishna and his knowledge straight from himself. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so take the scissors and let's begin by opening it. All right. So look at all these books, and I'll be placing it on a special place on my bookshelf. The first one, this is the 10th Canto, Part 1. Just a second, I'm just going to... Okay. It's the 10th Canto, Part 1. And this way we have quite a lot of books, so I'm gonna have to place them over here. Just want to show you all of the books, because there's no point keeping it in this box, as I'll need to be arranging it on the bookshelf. It's not, one of the things I have to tell myself is these books are not just for show. A lot of my books are, but I think it has a spiritual meaning and a spiritual importance for us not to just keep the books as well. That's a point to be noted for other bhakts who we're doing our piece by buying, gifting and receiving these books, but they're not just to be kept on the bookshelf collecting dust. We have to be reading, studying and imparting the knowledge that are in these. I'm not sure how they... 12, 9/10. This is the complete set. I don't know how exactly they've classified that. So the second canto, third canto has a part 2. Okay. So as I mentioned, they've got 12 cantos in all, but these cantos then have different parts. So as you can see, the 10th has got part 1 and a part 2. 7th. Fourth, part 1, part 2. The 10th canto even has a part 4. 6th and 7th. 8th. This is the one I was looking for. This is the first canto. We'll talk about that now. Short instance. Third, fourth, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay. We're getting there, friends. This is the 5th, and this is the 10th, part 3. So, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9. 10. 11th. Okay.